Hello everyone, welcome to Analysistrends. I'm Rupam and I am starting a new series called BA Roadmap Handbook Learn Along with Me. So, what are we trying to understand in this series is anyone who want to be a BA and want to understand the mindset of a BA and how BA roadmap need to be defined is clearly written in the book with a storytelling examples. So, we are trying to cover as much as possible to explain you in the book, and you will able to read the book online on analysistrends.com as you see on the website. You can go to the website, you can have the book here, or you can read the book from the ebook BA roadmap section. And till 30th of August we have a coupon called 80 free, which is 100% discount, and you'll able to read the book for free. So let's get started, and we will able to explain you the book chapter wise and make you or walk you through the journey of how a BA need to understand or how BA roadmap is defined, so that anyone who want to BA can read this book and get his or her understanding very well in this domain or the role. So we have more than 12 chapters here. We will have each chapter as a one video, and we'll try to explain you the chapter and the meaning of the chapter so that we all are connected. So you can start reading the chapter by chapter, and you can use all the functionality of the tools or the website in order to read it very seamlessly. So let's get started with chapter 1, which is the business analyst beginning. This is the very first time you hear about the term called a business analyst or business analyst. So I will try to explain you as much as possible in this book, but if you have any questions, any doubts, you can please comment below the video or in the website comment section as well, where we can discuss on a forum. Now, let's begin with chapter 1, or the very first basic uh, keyword that a lot of people around us will hear is a business analyst. And why do we need a business analyst in the industry? So, what I have written here is the one who doesn't code, the business analyst beginning. That means assume that you are in a meeting room where people around you talk or throw a words like sprint velocity, roadmap, user pain points. You understand some of it, but not at all. But at the end, you will have a mindset that you already know something about business analyst. Then you think of yourself whether, like, I am not a developer, right? I am not a tester, I am even not a project manager. Then who exactly I am in this room that I'm listening to these words called sprint velocity, roadmap, and user pain points? What exactly happens is the someone next to you introduce at the same time saying that I'm business analyst and I work between the client and the tech team. Yes, that sounds very simple. That's the first time you have heard the title called business analyst. But later you realize that there are 100 layers behind it to become a BA. You go back, you start searching what exactly business analysts do. At first, the answer feel vague, but slowly it begins to make sense. What we understand there is they bridge the gap between the people who think differently. They listen without assuming. They translate idea into structured, buildable solution. They connect business need with tech outcomes. They document, validate, and improve silently but powerfully. What you see here is the role isn't just about the tools or meetings, it's about the mindset. So you look at the word again, business analyst. A business where how company can deliver the value, and analyst is breaking things apart to understand them better. It actually clicks you, okay, now yeah, business analyst is very important. So you do like, so I'm here to understand how this works and how it can be better. You pick up the basic course, or you can pick the basic course in fundamental courses, like you need to understand the profit versus revenue, the business model versus strategy, stakeholder versus customers, operation efficiency, and market segment. And then you realize you don't need an MBA to grasp this. You need a willingness to understand how value flows. That what make a BA valuable. So what you have practiced or what you have understand without actually saying it out is you stepped back to understand what a BA role ideally is. You defined your space in the room, why exactly you are there in the room, what is your purpose, what is your title. You saw business analyst not as a jargon, but value creation. You took an initiative to learn the fundamentals, fundamentals, something like your stakeholder analysis, customers, basic model, strategy, and all those. You found comfort in not having all the answers, yet asking better questions. So the key takeaway from this chapter is business analyst doesn't need to know everything. They need to know what matters to everyone. That is very, very important takeaway from this chapter. The real life trigger is whenever someone asks or someone says, we need a solution, ask them first what is the problem we are solving and for whom we are solving. That's business thinking. That's the first step to take as a business analyst. Now try this at your own pace. Pick any app or any product that you use daily. Ask yourself who are the primary users of it? What business goal does it serve? What's one area it could improve? Let's take an example of Blinkit. So Blinkit primary users are the regular users who actually want to get the item or the product within few minutes to their house, right? What business goal does it serve? The business goal is to deliver the product at right time with the right price. Okay, and what's one area it could improve actually as a BA, I would say that they could improve on the customer handling, the customer area. They could also improve on making the stock available every time, because lot of other reasons I would say is like a lot of time I see that the inventory will show the items, but those will be out of stock, and it will be out of stock till longer time. So they need to improve in order to make the customer buy or purchase a product which is more relevant to search. So that's one area we can improve. So this is like a starting point. I'm just thinking as a BA and putting these questions, and this will actually start or make your mind to work as a BA. Then your first step is to think like a BA even before you start your first project. So this is what we have learned in chapter 1, that business analyst beginning, we are not coding here, we are just asking the right question. The key takeaway is to know that what and when to ask rather than to know everything that you need to know about the project. So this is all about the chapter 1. In the next video, we're going to learn about chapter 2, about the BA roadmap, and we'll continue doing this. So thanks for watching and stay connected and watch the whole series.